every now and then I have this night that is broken up by sleeplessness. I wake up at 3 and then all of a sudden I get these insights and it keeps me awake for 2 hours, and that happened to me last night. So, and it's about aliveness. It was inspired by a client I guided, which gave me a new image about aliveness and how we need to train our bodies for more aliveness, if we want to feel more alive in our bodies, because our bodies were not trained or wired for aliveness, for most of us at least. And we have this desire to, live more, experience more, feel deeper connection with ourselves, with that part of aliveness in ourselves. Then we have to train our bodies. And this image came up for me. Yeah, let's say this cushion is aliveness. It's full of emotions, feelings, energies, in full connection with the world, people, universe, whatever you want to name. And this is me, and this kind of aliveness, like I mentioned in the former video, like this full, connection to kind of wild aliveness. And wildness has to do with the wildness of the flow of life, being able to let that flow through you freely and be able to ride that flow. So let's say that this is that, like this full, you can imagine how it vibrates, and it's full of aliveness. And this is me. So this is not in me, it's next to me, or it's outside of me, because I take myself as an example, I received life from my parents. I was born through my mom and my father. And many generations, they were not in this aliveness, they were in a survival mode. And so when you were born, you were received by parents who were in survival mode. I mean, depending on where you live in the world, which area, the generation of your parents. But, let's generalize for this example. So, so life was given to you, but not with full aliveness. Many times, even with holding back from full aliveness, to learn to protect yourself, and to learn to protect yourself. So, and now we're in a time that we become more and more conscious about this aliveness. There's this whole new wave going on, especially for women who want to reclaim this aliveness. And but our bodies, like I said, were trained to withdraw or withhold or to protect, or not feeling safe to fully go into it. So if you want this aliveness in your body, we have to train our body to become comfortable with it. And it was so beautiful, because in the night I had this vision also about myself, where I felt I could even receive this aliveness more in myself. And that there was still a part of me, sometimes rejecting it because of fear, am I able to hold it? And it was so beautiful that this client who also, you know, it just appeared in the session. It was nothing set up in front, that she realized how it was living outside of her, and that when she was young, she was not able to hold this kind of aliveness in her body because she wasn't taught to hold it in her body. And this, so this reflected back somehow in my subconsciousness. That's why it happened in night. That also I was still kind of resisting the full aliveness out of habit, you know, a habit out of, yeah, a habit of protecting myself. And there was this moment that I really could say, okay, yeah, come in, you can come in. But then I feel that something happens in my body, that somehow I need to shake, to move with it, to to really allow it to flow through me, and to feel the feelings that come up with it, or the sounds that want to come, or maybe even the words, or writing, or whatever kind of expression wants to come out of that. So, and for me, it was a great example of why now we need this practice of embodiment. We need this practice of embodiment to rewire our nervous system, to become safe with this level of aliveness. Rewire our hearts to hold this, to stay open, rewire our mind to really go into positive, encouraging thoughts instead of resisting thoughts or judging thoughts, or so that it's a whole process of rewiring, and that there is a beautiful gift at the end of it. Also, the journey is super interesting, because of course in this journey we will meet layers of old stories, either from our own lives, but also from the lives of our ancestors. Like I said, you know, you've been born through your parents, and your parents were born through their parents. And in this being born and received by these parents, you receive their imprint of their ability to hold life, or let life flow through them. And if they are in survival mode for whatever, you know, society is asking from them, experiences of war, of some kind of trauma, small, big, disbalance between male, female, all that is the imprint you receive. So of course, when you go into this journey, you will meet these layers, and they want to be felt, and they want to be expressed. And that's what finally opens up the flow for new aliveness, and for being really in the here and now, and to really be in the here and now with the aliveness around you being present, and being able to receive it through your senses, and experience it, and create with it, and flow with it. So this is really what this work is all about. And I hope with this extra metaphor, it becomes more clear to you again. So have a great day, and see you next time.